Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Let's Play Mac OS X. First up, I just want to say a quick thanks to my subscribers for hanging in there. I know it's been a while since my last video, so thanks again for subscribing if you have already. If you're new and you haven't seen one of my videos before, please leave a like, a comment and subscribe if you like what you see. I'll be sure to post videos a bit more frequently than I have been in the past. So this is a brand new series. It's a free-to-play game with some in-app purchases. The game is available on Steam and Kongregate and probably a few other places as well, and as far as I know it's playable on Mac, Windows and Linux. So if you're joining us on Linux or Windows, don't be put off by the Mac OS X title. You're all welcome here. Okay, so without any further ado, I'll introduce you to the Kongregate version of World of Guns Gun Disassembly. And I'm not a gun nut or anything, but taking stuff apart and putting it back together is pretty fun. So that's the appeal of this game for me, and it's pretty fun like as a little casual game. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you this. This is my account on Kongregate. This is basically what it calls the map. This is everything you can unlock in the game, just in terms of the guns. If you look at here, they've got what's called the catalogue. This is just a list of everything, and there's different ways of organising it. And actually as well, if I can remember where it is, oh here we go, in bonus. There's also cars and skeletons and stuff you can unlock through playing the game, but it's hard to unlock these without paying for them with money, so I probably won't get into those too much. All this stuff you can in theory unlock without paying for it, but it is quite hard. There's pretty much all the guns they've released recently require credits, so I haven't got them. But basically, if you see that some of these are golden, that means that I've completed all the achievements for a gun, and that's what those icons are on the top right. And then on the actual map, the ones that are gold, they're the ones I've unlocked. The ones which are illuminated are the ones that I've unlocked but not finished, and the black ones are the ones I haven't unlocked yet, because you have to pay for them basically. And that's these ones here. As you can see, they require credits as well as experience. Experience is what you get just from playing the game, and credits you can get from playing the game, but after a while it's pretty hard to get them. So yeah, let's take a look at the leaderboard here. This is on the Kongregate version, and the leaderboard isn't persistent with Kongregate and Steam. So here we go. This is my account on Kongregate. Feel free to add me if you want to. As you can see, I'm number 14 in the world, and in country, the UK, where I'm from, number 1, with 73%-ish completion. It shows you how much experience you've unlocked, how many points you've got, and your play time. But as this is kind of like an idle game and it doesn't require much of your computer, you tend to leave it on in the background while you're doing other stuff and just drop back in and out for a couple of minutes between whatever else you're doing, which is one of the reasons why I like it. So yeah, this is the Kongregate map, and now we'll go to Steam and start a brand new game so you can see how it plays from the beginning. Okay, so let's start it up. Okay, yeah, every time you log in you get a little bonus, increases day by day, and this is experience points which you use to unlock guns, which is handy. News of new models available. I think it's worth turning off autofocus. It makes the game a bit easier to play. It might be worth keeping on at the beginning just to get the hang of it, but I'll come to more of that later. So basically this is how the map works compared to the Kongregate version. It's exactly the same, just I haven't unlocked anything yet. So the AK is what I've unlocked. These are the top scores for various different game modes on that particular gun. As you can see, I'm not on the leaderboard at all here, because I haven't done anything yet on the Steam versions. This is a completely new game for you guys. So that's the experience count. That's what I've got just from logging in a couple of times, just to make sure the game ran before I started playing. This is a quiz. This is a great way to earn experience in the game at the beginning, especially where guns are quite expensive and it's hard to earn money. You basically just go through, you tick off as many guns as you can within 30 seconds or whatever it is, and you get experience points for each correct answer. If you get it wrong, you leave the quiz with nothing, so it's worth just leaving it, letting the time run out if you're not sure what something is. And you'll learn these as you go through the game, as you unlock all these. These all guns that are in the game that you can unlock and play. So you'll learn what their names are as you go through. You'll learn to either love them or hate them. I think some are pretty annoying to play. But there you go. So every 60 minutes you can do the quiz, and it's great just to start. And there's a bonus you can get if you want to pay money, but who wants to do that? So actually, yeah, look, with the amount of experience we just got from the quiz, we could unlock the Colt 1911, but for now we'll just get started on the AK47 since that's the gun you start with. So these are the different achievements that we're going to work our way through. You unlock each one of these from doing the game modes, so they correspond to different game modes. You have to unlock them for doing different things. So let's start off with the very first game mode available. This is called Field Strip. And Field Strip, basically, it just gets you familiar with the different models, because you don't have to completely disassemble and reassemble them. You just take back the essential parts, I guess, so you can see roughly how they work. We'll look at the controls quickly. Basically, everything you play with a mouse. Like I said, I've turned autofocus off because I find it easier. But essentially, left click is if you hold it, it rotates, and if you right click, it pans, and if you left click without holding, it interacts with the parts. So starting off, the first part flashes. That's how you know it's ready to be interacted with. And you can only, in most of the game modes, you can only interact with one thing at a time. So in Field Strip, it's kind of teaching you the basics. So just do what it shows you, and it's pretty straightforward. And there's a part count in the top right corner, which just goes through, so you can keep track of how far into the game you are. So these are just the essential parts, I guess. And as you can see, it's pretty easy Field Strip. You've got to remember how to put it back though, which, right on this model, it's pretty easy, but it does get harder as you go on. And obviously you have to do it in the same order that you put the stuff together, you disassembled it in, otherwise things wouldn't go back right. So just put that little thing in, whatever that is, and a little toolkit sneakily hidden in the back there. And last but not least, the clip. And there you go, that's it, that's Field Strip for the AK. Nice and easy, no problems at all. And yeah, so we get like a little achievement here, Steam achievement, and also an in-game achievement, which is specific to this gun. And you get that for every gun as you play through, so that's the first one done. And as you can see, we've got a little green checker here to show that we've done one of the achievements, which corresponds to this one up on the right. As we go through, we'll unlock the rest of the achievements and hopefully gold the gun before we move on to the next one. Okay, so let's have a look at the second game mode. This is Technician is the achievement we want to unlock here, so we do that by playing the Disassembly mode. So this carries on really from the Field Strip mode. We don't have to put the gun back together at all, but we do have to completely strip it down. Every single part has to come off. And the first few modes are all kind of instructional, so you get the hang of each gun. And as you can see, there's a whole lot more flashing parts in this mode because we're going to completely disassemble the whole thing, not just the essential parts. And actually, it shows you there's a few different ways you can do it. You don't have to do anything in a stock order. As long as the parts don't interact with each other, you can start anywhere you want really, but the clip always comes out first. And this is one reason why I think it's better not to have the autofocus mode, because you get to be in control of the camera this way, and it makes it just a bit easier to keep track of what you're doing. In autofocus, the game kind of leads you in certain directions, which doesn't really matter on the first few modes, but when you get to the timed level, so you have to complete the disassembly in a set amount of time, it gets a lot easier to do it if you're totally in control of where the camera's going. Yeah, as you can see, we've done a bit more of a comprehensive disassembly than last time. I like to try and, once I take a piece out, I like to fully take that piece apart rather than going backwards and forwards. It makes it easier to keep track of where you are with a model. And when it comes to the actual game mode, like I said, this is kind of getting to grips with it still. The actual game mode, the parts don't flash, so you've got to kind of actually memorize it. So if you're thinking right now that this game looks way too easy, don't worry, it gets a lot harder. And it can be a bit tricky with some of these parts because you can't always see them because they're hidden away inside the gun, so from certain angles you wouldn't even know they're there. And then there's parts that get tricky later on in the game, like that one. You could easily forget about that. But yeah, I mean, this is obviously this isn't the easiest gun in the game, but I think they intentionally made it a bit easier maybe than it could be, just because they want the game to start off playable and not impossible. And if you look at the parts count, it's going down, and you'll notice that that part only counted for 2, even though you can see it's clearly made of a lot more parts, and that's because as you take those sub-parts away from that main part, it counts for everything, and that's it, that's everything done. So you don't have to put it back together in that mode, that's in the next mode. So we've got that, another achievement, and that's the disassembly done. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. This is the Armourer achievement, which we get from completing the assembly mode. So let's go ahead and give that a go. So this is, basically just the reverse of what we've just done. We start with the model completely disassembled, and we have to put it back. And notice that nothing's flashing right now, so we've got to try and remember how things went as best we can. So let's see how that goes. Luckily, you can't really go wrong on this. If you click on a part that's not ready to go yet, it doesn't really matter. It just won't work. So you just have to see. There we go. That didn't work because it's the wrong part. But I don't lose the game or anything. On different game modes you do, but on this basic one, you just got to get it back together, and it doesn't really matter how long it takes you. And you can see if a part is still active by whether it's flashing like that. That's what dictates whether or not you're ready to move on to the next part. As soon as it stops flashing, you can click on the next part. Okay, right, I almost can't remember what goes next. Oh, there we go. On harder models, each one of those parts I'd have to put on individually and get it the right way around, but because this is one of the easier ones, or maybe the easiest one, they're quite forgiving with the complexity of the assembly. So yeah, I find... oh no, what's that? Oh, there we go. See, that's something that's confusing, because if you don't... I mean, I don't really know anything about how guns work, so I'm just... I don't know why I couldn't put that piece back on, but I guess there's a reason for it. But I try as best as I can to get it in as close to the reverse order of how I put it together, because how I took it apart, sorry, because that generally makes things easier. I mean, this isn't 96 parts, isn't a lot in this game, but it's not nothing either. There are some that have like 20 parts, and others which have hundreds. I think there's even one that has maybe like 1,000 parts. There are some crazy guns that are way too difficult. They take like 45 minutes to complete, so we'll see how I feel like when we get to that one. That's quite a way down the line yet. A little toolkit back again. So as you can see, that's not, even without the kind of illuminated guides on all the pieces like you get in the disassembly mode, it's still relatively easy because you can't really go wrong. There we go. More achievements in game and in Steam. Great. Alright, what's next? Operation, okay. This, after you manage to successfully disassemble and reassemble a gun in those modes, you get to kind of play with it a bit, which is fun. So to complete operation mode, all you have to do is complete each one of these tasks, and those tasks are activated by these little menus in the bottom left and right corner. Before we get to that, I'll just show you something that's interesting. When you're in operation mode, you kind of explore them a bit more. So you can, let's see, you can put the X-ray mode on, which is interesting. You can see right through, and there's different degrees of it, I guess. So you see different mechanisms, the moving parts and so on, all the metal parts, and then back to normal. I don't know why you'd want to look at that. That's kind of weird. That's strange. active parts. So there you go. It highlights the actual moving parts of the gun. Cutaway. Basically, it removes some of the furniture and metalwork and stuff, so you can see through. So let's have a look at some of how the operations look through some of these modes. Let's take this away and just go for a standard shot. So you can see, kind of does what it does. What else should we do? Let's look at it through the cutaway. You can see all the parts moving, and you can see which parts are moving. There, green. Let's see what else. Plastic. I don't know why, but why not? And X-ray. There you go. And slow motion's kind of cool. Let's see. Go back to standard and slow motion. That's quite cool. And you can actually slow it down a lot more than that. That's pretty funky, huh? Oh, even more. Wow, I think this is new. 50% or 50 times slow down. Just the bullet into the distance. That's pretty cool. Whoa, there's other shells still up there. That's pretty. I don't know if you can chase that bullet down or not, whether he's gone. Yeah, you can zoom. You can, all the same camera controls work in operation mode as in the other game modes, so you can go in as close as you want. There you go. Let's see what happens if you look right down the barrel. Don't do this at home. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's kind of tricky, I can't. Whoa! Nearly blinded myself there. Okay, so yeah, let's take off some of these things we've got to do here. So first one up, single fire, auto fire. So click on the fire mode button there, and there you go. Reload there. Very exciting. See some slow motion auto fire. That might be cool. Oh, maybe you can't. How about? There you go. Okay, let's get through this now. Unload. There you go. Bayonet. And what else? Rear sight. Great. And finally, safety, which I guess we have to take off auto. There we go. And you can carry on playing if you want to, but that's the that's all you have to do to actually complete that. There we go. Oh, and this is a fairly new addition to the game. This isn't in the original game, but something they've added over time. This is once you complete operation, you also unlock the paint mode. And I don't think you get anything for doing this, but you can just, I don't know, what can you do? New pattern. You can paint the gun, but I don't know how. Oh, here we go. Okay, I've made the barrel a really weird colour. That's kind of weird. Yeah, let's delete that. What else can we paint? How about? Let's go for this kind of standard style camo and click on. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's do that again. It's a bit awkward having to click on this stuff again and again, but maybe you don't actually have to do that. Oh yeah, you do. Okay, new pattern. You need a new pattern for each piece. There you go. What else can we do? Different types of wood. So you have to buy those, I guess, which I'm not too interested in doing. Let's try one of these different. You can change the color apparently. Let's go with that. I guess the alpha makes it lighter or darker. Let's do that. Select. Barely visible. Turn the alpha up. Kind of made it too dark, haven't I? Okay, cool. There we go. So yeah, that's basically totally pointless, but I don't know. There's a cool little extra, I suppose. And that's it. How do we get out of this? Oh wait, what else is there? Stickers as well. What have I done? I don't like that eagle. What else they got? Animals, stamps, shapes. Let's go for a stamp. I don't know. Let's go for a skull and crossbones. Why not? Oh, okay. So you can position the camera, and then when you got it as you want, click stick, and it applies itself. With curves and everything. That's kind of cool. So there you go. That's the paint mode. Great. Okay, so now for the main event, game mode. So in this mode, you have to do complete disassembly and complete reassembly. Oh look, it's saved my funky design. We've got to live with that forever now, so I apologise for that. If only I'd known. Okay, so we've got a timer up here, because if you want to set records, you have to play the game pretty quickly. That's how you unlock higher scores. I'm not going to worry about that for now. This is sniper mode, sniper achievement. Basically, you've got to click on only the right parts. If you click on the wrong part, you don't get that achievement. You still complete the level, you just don't get the achievement. And this is Karma mode, or Serenity mode. Basically, you've got to wait for each animation to finish before you click on the next one, otherwise you lose that. Now, those are how you get some of the achievements, but you don't need them to complete game mode. So we'll try and get them, but if not, we don't need to worry about it. Okay, so I've got to just try and remember what order I took all the parts out before. Now, one thing that's kind of annoying is that you'd think you could take these bits off, but actually, remember, we had to take the screws out first and then remove the whole stock. There's a little spring hidden away in there somewhere. That bit there. And then this bit here. Here we go. It's normally a good idea. You can easily get stuck down in bits that aren't important, like this bit, when you really need to focus on these, because these are the bits that, if you forget, will stop you from taking off the important parts. Okay, so we're doing okay at the moment. Minute and a half in, but we're not rushing, so it's okay. That's the wrong part. Oh, of course, this bit's got to come out first. So as you can see, I've lost the sniper mode achievement there. I can't unlock that this time, but that's no problem. I can always come back and get it another time. I'm a bit rusty anyway, so I was expecting to make a few mistakes, but I'm not doing too bad. Should still be able to get the Serenity achievement, as long as I don't panic or get ahead of myself. We should be okay. Now, that's where it gets a little bit confusing again. All these bits inside. Not that bit, that bit. There we go. So you can tell which bits can and can't be activated by whether or not they show up with the green arrows or not, or whether they just kind of flash red. That's the big giveaway. But of course, by single clicking on them once, you lose the sniper achievement. So you either got to go with it or not worry too much about that. Okay, so that was the disassembly completed in, I didn't actually see the time, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Putting them back together is always a bit easier because you can see all the parts and there's a bit less guesswork involved. Okay, the site back together. think I've run out of music. This is the, of course, the in-game music that I'm playing, not my own personal music. I'd normally play without it because it's not the best, but I thought I'd give you guys the authentic experience. Why not? Okay. So yeah, I like to try and do everything in a kind of rational order, group things together in my head and do things together wherever I can. It makes things a little bit easier, I find. Okay, stick this whole thing back together again. Nearly tried to put the top on before putting the spring back. So there we go, in just over 2 minutes they're back together. That's not too bad for a first time, even if it does look really weird. So just under 5 minutes, that's not too bad. Okay, ooh, quite a few achievements there. So what we got? Gamer, that's what you just get for completing the game mode first time. Timed 1, there's 3 timed achievements for completing it within a certain amount of time. We unlocked the first one, so there's 2 more to unlock. Expert means completing the game without taking any hints. And Serenity is the one that you get for not clicking through things before they're ready. So we didn't get Sniper mode, which can be unlocked on game or hardcore mode. We can always go back and get these after. 435 or 330. You know, I don't think that would be too difficult, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, so the next thing we've unlocked here is the super game. And this is just the kind of, it's the same as the game, but a little more complicated. So basically, if you single click on the wrong part, it doesn't matter, but if you double click on the wrong part, you lose the game. So it takes a bit more concentration than the standard game mode, because you can actually lose it. So I'll try and concentrate a bit and try and get it right. The other thing they introduced a little while after the original Super game didn't have this feature, but they introduced it a little later, and this is the speed up thing, where basically, as you can see here, the acceleration, I've got 100% because I just accelerate those 2 parts. Basically, the parts that take a little bit longer for the game to process, you can speed up by quick time, basically, getting the little, like I did just then, getting the line to hit in the red patch, and that speeds it up a little bit, so you can improve your time, get more points, get high scores, and also there's an achievement. You need to get, I think, above 75% or above 80% or something to get an achievement. So we won't worry about this too much right now. We'll just see how we do. See if we can just complete it without... Okay, I've already got it wrong. Let's try that again. Okay, so... Oh, I know what I did wrong now, I just realised. And this is one of the instances where the game can be a bit irritating, because it's something that surely doesn't actually matter. But basically, obviously, I forgot to take the little toolkit out, which I'm sure you could take out after the whole thing, but, you know, I don't make the rules. Okay. Ah, I missed that one, but that's okay. I should still be able to get above 75% or whatever it is you need to get. So in this mode, you need to be careful that you've clicked on the right part, because you can quite easily double click on something and realize you just missed, like you're too far zoomed out and you just missed the part you're after. So it's not like the sniper mode where a single click will mess you up. A single click doesn't mean anything unless it just shows you which part you're about to try and move, which means you can concentrate on getting the right part. Now, which bit is it? Is the little bit that comes out first or the big bit? There's this bit and there's that bit. I can't remember which one comes out first. I'm going to go with that bit. It is! Great. That was lucky. Oh, I missed the speed up thing there. Okay, it's about halfway through now. Ah, I missed that one as well. This is where the game starts to get a little bit more tense. The stakes are a little bit higher on this mode. Okay, we're getting there though. We'll be alright, I think. Of course, that said, we've still got to put the whole thing back together again. Yeah, we're doing okay. So what else have we got? A little catch down here. And then the tricky bit. I'm pretty sure it's that bit first. And then this bit. And then this bit. And then this bit. And this is the last bit. Great, okay. 2 minutes, 21 seconds. I think that's maybe even a little bit closer than, a little bit quicker than the standard game mode, so we're doing okay. Let's see if we can get it right, putting it back together. Ah, missed that one. Oh, missed that as well. Still above 80%, so hopefully we'll get that achievement. Okay, which part is it now? This bit. Great. Okay, so my memory serves me right. Yes. Good, good, good. Ah, missed that. Okay. This is where I've got to really try not to mess it up. Don't want to lose my concentration at the last hurdle. I think we're doing okay though. The screws in. Toolkit back. Clip back together. And done it. Success. Less than 2 minutes. Great. 88% accuracy on the accelerations. So what did we get? Craftmaster, that's what you get for completing the super game. Serenity, that's the not speeding up, and again you can see the points are a lot lower. You only get a big experience bonus the first time you unlock an achievement on each gun, and then the second time it's much smaller. Lightning fast reflexes, that's for managing to get the acceleration. I'll just look at what the figure is. 75% is what you have to get. So the achievements we've got left are Time Trial 2 and 3, Sniper Mode, which can be done in game or hardcore mode, and this is getting top 3 in either super game, game or hardcore. So you've got to get first, second or third highest score. And then this is to get first score in game, super game, or hardcore. Oh yeah, it's worth noting that if you manage to get champion, you actually unlock a credit, which is what you need to unlock some of those more exclusive guns later on in the game. So it's worth trying to get top score. And the final achievement, this is for completing the hardcore game mode. And you do that. Well, I'll show you the hardcore game mode in a second. but it's a bit tricky because you've got to simultaneously make a lot of the parts move, which means you've got to know which ones actually relate to each other, and you've also got to get sniper at the same time. So you've actually got to get 2 achievements on the hardest game mode simultaneously. So it's kind of tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too hard. Okay, so like I said, you can simultaneously move parts, but you only have to click once, which is why you have to click on the right ones. And you always have to take the clip out first on all the guns, so that's the first thing you do. And then you can think about what parts come next. So this is where you've got to try and be really quick and get 3 parts. Did we get it? 3 out of 3? Yeah, we did. So we've got that. As long as we keep the sniper achievement, we've got the hardcore achievement. So this game mode's a lot quicker, as you can see, because you can actually do stuff simultaneously. You don't have to wait for each part to do it to complete itself, but obviously then you run the risk of kind of losing concentration and making a mistake. So just like that. So we lost the achievement there, but I can always go back and get it another time, so that's no problem. Now it's the long bit first, and then that bit. So yeah, in hardcore mode, you don't have to get it perfectly right first time. It's slightly more forgiving than the super game mode, but to get the last achievement is much harder than super game. Okay. So as you see, this part obviously relied on that last part coming out before you could remove it, so that would have lost the achievement as well. Okay, not a whole lot of pieces left to get. Made a mistake there as well. Okay, but we're getting quicker. So I'm going to stick it back together again. Oops. What am I doing? Okay, we're getting there. So you can get quite a lot going at the same time, which is good. Speeds things up a little. Okay, let's see, that bit, that bit, that bit. And there you go, assembled in about a minute. Not too shabby. So we didn't get the achievement there, but we did get at least the, no, we didn't get the hard game one. Okay, so let's try that again, quickly. See if we can get the hardcore achievement. Okay. Okay. This is it. This is the one. I can feel it. Good. Okay, that should be safe now. Alright, try and get the order right on this one. Okay, that's it. Now I just got to try and put it back together without any mistakes. Easier said than done, right? Okay. Alright. Getting there. Still room to mess up though. Okay. I think we just managed it. There we go. And with the achievement as well. I don't know if that's going to be the high score or not. It's fairly quick. Let's see. No high score. Okay. So you get the sniper achievement there. Hardcore, which is... Yep, the hardcore achievement. And expert? I don't know which one that is. Oh, that's no hints. Okay. So we'd already got expert. That's this one. So that narrows it down to the final 4. Let's have a look at the high scores. So, it's only the scores within the day that you have to worry about beating to get the high score points. Okay, so this is in the normal game mode. It took me just under 5 minutes. Your points are multiplied if you get these achievements. So, just under 200,000. What do you need to win? Okay. So if I'd maybe been a minute quicker and got this achievement as well, then I'd probably beat that high score. In the super game mode, let's see. Yeah, a little bit better. And hardcore, oh, much better. Okay, something to aim for there. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a go at beating the time trials on the standard game mode. See if we can do it a little quicker. So for this, sniper and karma don't matter, we're just going for the quickest completion possible. So I'll be clicking frantically away. If I do get those, it's a little bonus experience, but it's not really necessary at all. Yeah, already lost the karma. Yeah, to get these high scores, it's important to know which piece you need to do next and position the camera so that you're ready to click on the next piece while the previous animation is going, which is the main reason why I turn the autofocus function off, because it doesn't take that into account particularly, whereas you can obviously anticipate where the animation is going to take you and what piece is going to be ready next, so you can have the camera ready. It's a good idea to, if you know which pieces take a long time, it's a good idea to click on those just before you move the camera, so you've got time to get your bearings a bit before you have to click after moving the camera. But you know, this being the earliest, the first model, the one you start with, the predetermined goals aren't too difficult to accomplish. Getting a high score might be more difficult because then you're up against obviously other players and their higher scores. The good thing about that is that the scores are reset each day, so it doesn't. If you can't get it one day, you can always try again the next day. And if you're lucky, if you time it right, you might be one of the first scores registered that day, I think. So it's always worth checking on a couple of different times a day and then seeing if the scores have been refreshed, because that's a chance to get an easy high score and a free credit which you can use to unlock some of the premium content which you'd otherwise have to buy either with by buying credits or by buying the DLC through the Steam store, which I think, I haven't even really looked at it that much, but I assume it gives you access to some of the guns without having to unlock them through the game. So, making pretty good time. I haven't lost the sniper achievement yet, which means it'll double my score. Not the experience. The score and the experience are different. Scores the time and whether you have sniper or serenity mode, and that's what you use score to set high scores and to unlock those achievements. And unlocking achievements is what gives you experience, and experience is what you use to unlock new models. So there we go, 125. Let's see if that's quick enough. 258, and there we go for both of them, but no high score, not even top 3 actually, so presumably the people that have set the score for the day have done fairly well for themselves. There you go. Yeah, just got in there. Yeah, didn't even register on the high score, so maybe I won't chase that one for now. Yeah, top 50, but not really good enough. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the top score achievements for the AK today. I'll worry about them, maybe come back and try those another time. So I'll probably wrap that up there. That's a decent length video, I think, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll post a couple more, or maybe I'll do the 1911, sorry, tomorrow. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe away, and leave a comment if you want to see me play any other games, or if you want to see me go back to Civilization, back to my roots. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. Take it easy.